Alrighty, it's been a while. It has been a second. It's been a second, it's been a while, it's been a couple eons, yeah. But we're back. And today we're doing something. So the thing is, we need assets. We need tons of assets. We need basically an ungodly amount of assets. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be spamming out 3D models. We're gonna be doing a little bit of Aseprite too. Just because should probably not. Yeah, boom. Library. Where's this thing at? Aseprite. Let me install Aseprite real quick. Yeah, we're gonna be grinding on Aseprite. We're gonna be like basically grinding. It's gonna be like an Aseprite mayhem basically. And the reason I'm gonna be doing this is because I'm in a game jam right now, but um and so yeah, I'm working with a couple other people, and I'm basically doing all the asset work and everything. So I have to, well, not all of it, but a lot of it. So I have to, yeah, I'm gonna be spamming out the assets and good stuff on Aseprite, doing some music too. But that I'm gonna do music on my separate account. I have to make a jazz song. I have to make a jazz song, and then I have to make a crazy song, which I don't know. We'll see what goes on with that. But yeah, fix extracting, saving, and exiting. Moving stuff, balance. So yeah, we're gonna do beacon. Okay, so let's get a whole list of the things we gotta do. What is decaying? Oh yeah, so this is like the plan for the mm, what? There we go. So I don't need that right now. Yeah, this is ideas I want to send this to like the FL team because I feel like if they did some of this, that would be actually awesome. But that's for later too. Yeah, that's for later too. See, let's get a whole list of did it check out? Wasn't it? What? There we go. So, let's plan out what do we need to model? What do we need to model? So, first off, we need a beacon to protect. So, we need a beacon 3D model beacon. So now we need beacon health. Oh wait, no, that's a UI thing. So that's just part of the beacon then. So we need islands. We need islands. And I think I should not do terrain-based islands because that'd be kind of complicated. If I did like actual part-based islands, it'd be way easier. So we're gonna do islands. So we're gonna need a few of them. Which ones do we want to do here? So we've got also let's pull up some music too. Let's pull up some music too. For the grand arrival, basically, for the grand arrival. It's been a while. It's been a while. How long has it been actually since my last stream? Let me check. How long has it been? You know what? That reminds me. I gotta go live on Twitch too. Okay, we're live on Twitch too. We're live on Twitch too. I always forget about that. $11 days ago. Wow. That's been a while. 11 days ago. Are my headphones even on? Can't hear anything. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Alright, we're back. Okay. So what islands do we need? Because we're gonna be swapping out the recipe. So we need, okay, we need a 3D model beacon. We need a 3D model recipe paper. Recipe scroll. And then we can recolor common, rare, legendary. We're probably gonna have to recolor like the things too over there, so but that's gonna be a whole process. The UI, I mean. Protect beacon. Yeah, making a protection for the beacon that you need to protect, that's gonna make the whole gameplay loop way easier. Because a huge problem right now is you can just run away from zombies. That should not be a thing. Because yeah, you can just survive forever if you just run away. That is a huge problem, yeah, that's a huge problem. Yeah, it's like a... The reason I didn't even fix it though is because like, I just don't have enough data to even see. I don't have enough, but maybe you gotta make a good game first and then you go and test it. I think that's the way. There's no other way. Yeah, you can't expect a bad game to blow up. Even though, yeah, not many people were getting through the tutorial, which was the kind of the weird part. That's the scary part. Like, people weren't getting through the tutorial. Maybe it was some people were playing the game, but they weren't staying because the game wasn't interesting, because it doesn't keep you there. I think that might be it actually, because there was a few people who stayed, but they left because there wasn't much to do in the game. I think if I fix that should fix a lot of the issues. It should fix a lot of the issues, hopefully. So yeah, with the crate system, I think I'm gonna only keep that for like skins and classes. Recipes are gonna be in-game based. And I'm just wondering, like, how do I want to do... I guess, yeah, for now we can just keep it like this. Okay, islands. We need, what type of island? So... not tomato. Ice... Island... Not ice. Because these are islands that pop up during the daytime, so it's like nighttime, no islands. Daytime, they pop up, you go to them, you interact with them, you check them out, you do all the cool stuff. And then at nighttime, they go back down, you have to go back to your island. That way you don't have to like move around your boat, because that would make it kind of problematic, because yeah, number one, it would completely change the way the zombies have to spawn, because they have to spawn around you, and if you just run away from the spawn point, the zombies are just going to be spawning nowhere, basically. Like out in the middle of nowhere. So that would be a small issue. I mean, I could fix that pretty easily. But like even more than that, I guess it's like if I did do that, if I made the boat like a drivable around, you know, I just don't see a reason to do it. Is the thing, I guess. Like if I did add like driving around, all it would do is like add a distraction for the player. But I don't think I should be distracting the player with driving around, because like that's time wasted that they could be developing their base. And in the end, driving around the boat is not going to do anything when the island's just going to pop up anyways. So, and even if I did have the islands just baked in, there would be the problem where you might accidentally visit the same island twice. You're wasting time. The next night comes and you get cooked, basically. So I think it should be like refreshed stuff every single time, good stuff every single time. And I think because of that, we need some like a collectible thing on islands too. So we need like, I think we need diamonds. We gotta do the diamonds. So we gotta do a 3D model diamond. It's gonna be a secondary currency basically. It's gonna be coins and diamonds. Diamonds are gonna be like island based, collectible based. Diamonds. And yeah, we should do the shark attacks planks. I think that's just something I have to do. It would be pretty easy too, so I think I should do that. We need, okay, we need 3D model bosses. Okay, bosses. So islands, we gotta do a island. We gotta do a, what type of island should we do? We should do a default grass island. And these islands are gonna be based like basically they're just gonna be part based. They're gonna be part based, part and mesh based. I don't even think mesh. I'm just gonna have them all like straight up square parts and stuff. That'd make it pretty simple and easy to develop like huge islands and cool stuff. Maybe like some like small stuff. So default grass island. One. Default grass. So I can, no, instead of calling it default, I'm just gonna call it grass island. Grass island 1, grass island 2. Grass island 3. So we got 3 grass islands. What else do we need? So we got the 3 grass islands. And they're just gonna be like little island with a house, maybe. Trees, we need trees, but don't we need axes? And do you want to be able to get wood from axes and stuff? I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it could be a faster way to collect instead of, maybe what I do is I reduce the amount of materials you can get from the ocean and move most of it into islands, so you can chop down trees, you can mine ores, you can, well, actually no, because then you would get scrap. How would you get scrap? I don't think it really makes sense to be able to mine. Or maybe when you mine for a specific metal, instead of giving you scrap, it gives you, it just straight up gives you refined, but then it doesn't make sense for it to straight up give you refined metal. So maybe what I could do is what could I do here? I could just straight up make iron ore as a new item that you can collect along with scrap metal. I think, yeah, that's probably the play. That's probably the play, honestly. So we're gonna do 3D model scrap, or no, iron ore. You know what? We can straight up pull the iron ore that we have from our main game. Why not, right? Because like, there's no reason to not. So we already technically already have this, but I'm just gonna put it here anyways. So iron ore, we already got refined metal. I don't think we really want like other types of ores, because that might be too much. I think that might be too much. But we do need 3D model tree 1, 3D model tree, and all these trees we can pull from our main game too, so it's gonna be good stuff. 3D model, and we can do like a birch tree. The thing is, what I'm worried about is like if I do a bunch of like different types of, no, what I could do is I could have all the tree types, but they all just give you default wood instead of giving like birch wood or like a spruce wood or something. They just all give straight up wood. So yeah, I can do this actually. I can do this. So I can do like 3D model oak, spruce tree 1, spruce tree 2, and then that way I can just straight up use all the default stuff that I had originally for like this game. For like, so I can pull from the main game to this game. Good stuff. Cause yeah, I don't want to do a bunch of asset making, but like if I have to, I will, right? So just like that, that's gonna save a huge amount of time. We can just pull these. We do need an axe, which we can also pull, so we can do 3D model axe. What type of axe do we want? We want a scrap axe model. So we need a scrap axe, refined axe, or strong axe, and 3D model. What else? Mega axe? I don't know. No. So we just need 2 different types of axes. Maybe like one more, so 3D model weak axe. Wooden axe? I feel like wooden axe isn't actually a thing, so I'll do stone axe. So you can stone axe, scrap axe, and strong axe. And they just get stronger as you go, basically. And actually, no, that's the same as a rust, actually. I just realized, wow, same as rust. I think, right? Something like that. And pickaxes too, I guess. We need stone pickaxe, scrap pickaxe, and little pickaxe. So we got those, we got the tools, we got the 3D model stone ore. I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna pull this iron ore. The best part is I can just mark off so much of this stuff because I already have all the models. That's good. So we have all of this planned out. What else do we need? What will make the islands interesting? I guess like a chest. We need chests. So like a almond crate. And I guess we could probably pull. I don't really want to use the crates that we have from the your crate. So we can do something like this. And we're just gonna have them open up and give the items to the player. Where you open it up and then proximity prompt pops up and you interact with it, it clicks, he gives it to your player. Good stuff, that's like that. Just like that. Let's switch to some. Alright, and let me, oh shoot, is my audio, I think yeah, I gotta turn this down a little bit, maybe like 18. Test, 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 I think that's better. It might have been too loud right now, recently. Okay. Oiled rig. So I'm wondering how I want to handle like scrap metal stuff, like bosses. Oh, that's right, bosses. We need bosses. That's just like a guaranteed we need. So it's gonna be like a 3D model. What's it called? The what were the bosses I was gonna implement? Zombie. Yeah, those are gonna be the 3 bosses that we're gonna implement before release, I guess. I don't know. Blood altar, though. We need a blood altar. We need to make a UI element for blood. A little red droplet, I guess, I don't know. I could do that pretty easily though, so. So I guess we need a 3D model droplet. What do we need else? So we got the catapult. We need a catapult. So basically like a catapult zombie that throws a giant thing at I guess that would be part of the zombie boss though. So we need a scythe. I think what else do we need though? Session workers. Do I want to do that though? Ship traders, that would be actually really nice. Yeah, I think ship traders is actually a really good idea. 3D. So we need traders, we need session workers. So what I want, robots or people? That's the real question. Robots would make sense for them to just go to sleep after. I think robots. And you can basically tell them to do stuff, I guess. I don't know. I think that's it, right? So we got. Let me think about anything else I need. We might need like a helicopter for like the help part. So this would be the cutscene for entering the actual game. That makes sense. So we need a help signal thing. Help signal, Shark Tax Bank. What else do we need? Okay. Is that it? Let me think. Cause I don't want to like accidentally go through it and just think, oh, I need one more thing. So we got all this stuff. Oil rig, I guess. I don't know. The problem is with the oil rig is, what do I put in? I could have it like have guns and stuff. That might be interesting. Like a gun inside the oil rig. Or like rare turrets or something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the thing I'm thinking about too is like, do I want recipes to be, once you unlock them, that they're unlocked for your player forever, or is it, how do I want to do it? I could always have it where once you unlock it, you've got it unlocked forever, and then the more times you unlock it, the more stars you get. So I could keep the original system, but we're completely replacing the crate system with the new unlocking in-game system, where you're unlocking recipes and stuff in-game instead of through the whole crate opening stuff. I think that would actually be a good idea. Cause yeah, if I did it like this, I guess each session you're actually restarting like fully. Basically, that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. I think if you unlock the recipe, you have it forever. That would make a lot more sense. I think that I'm gonna have to do that. Build city mini port. So yeah, that's for the lobby. That's for the lobby. So we're gonna need a new lobby. So what is the sub stuff that we're gonna have to make within this? So it's gonna be small boat. We need a small boat. The one problem I'm thinking about is for a small boat we would need a wood part of the boat, because the boat breaks into the plank. So maybe like the deck would be made of wood, the outer shell would be metal, and then when it explodes you're on the wooden part. Everything else sinks away or something. I think that would make sense. Small boat. I could just call it boat. It might not even be small. Yeah. What else do we need? Oh, this is a lot though. This is like making a whole new game. Holy cow. This is a lot. But we do have all of the base systems. When I look back at what I've already done, this is nothing compared to it, so... Oh. This is probably gonna get extended though. But I have to do it. I have to do it. There's no other way around it. I have to do it. It's either I do it or I don't do it and it fails, basically. So I have to do it. I have to do it. It's just gonna be a lot of work. Boat. What else do we need? We need a beacon. Where do we have the beacon? So for the mini port, how do we want to do the port? So we would need like stuff. I mean, I don't know. Okay. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. How do I want to do NPCs though? This is, yeah, this is gonna be a bit of work. Let's separate it into things that I actually need though. So these ones are things that I don't have yet. So yeah, I mean, when I look at it from like a perspective like of the things that I actually need to make compared to the things that I already have most of. I mean, maybe I need like some of this stuff a little bit, but like for birch tree, I've already got all this stuff. But I'm not gonna mark it off until I have it pulled in. But I've technically already done all this stuff. I just need to actually do all this stuff. Do we want other island types? So we have grass island, grass island, grass island. So yeah, we'll have 3 types of islands for woodstone metal. What else would we need? I think another island type would be like a ghost island. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I just don't really know how that would work though, so. Trading island. Well, that would just be the same as like the traders, the trading ships though. So maybe instead of trading island, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do oil rig. I mean, what type of islands could I even make? Like, yeah, grass islands, oil rig. Dues. So stone axe and then scrap axe will be made in the crafting bench, and then metal axe will be in the anvil probably. Oil rig, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, we would need recipes from all these too. So we need chests on all islands. Metal. What else would we want like on the oil rig? Like a... I think that's it. Metal. guess so. The main objective now is how many days can you survive. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Easy mode is a bit easy still, I think. I'm gonna have to test that with data though. So we'll probably keep the difficulties the way they are right now. But I'm gonna change it once the game comes in, basically. So the data comes in after I make all the update changes. Okay, so but we also need something like as a challenge on this one, maybe. Or maybe do want a challenge on all of them, like a little combat thing. Like let's see. We can't really do zombies though. It would have to be like animals, maybe like maybe like a pig or something, or like a boar. Maybe like a wolf. But the islands aren't going to be that big is the problem. The islands aren't going to be like huge. They're just going to be like small island things that pop up. Maybe oil rig inside there's zombies. So maybe we could do, for this one we could also do oil rig. Do we really want to do oil rig? I don't know. Beach island? I think that's fine. I think we do this one first. So we're gonna do this stuff first, then we're gonna do islands. And then we're gonna go over here. Well, no, to do islands we have to do all this stuff first, actually. So we do that, and then islands comes final. Islands comes final. Okay, is that the plan? I think that's the plan. Okay, I do have to go right now though, but that's the plan. We're gonna be working on this in the next upcoming streams, I guess. Okay, but yeah, I do have to end it here though, unfortunately. Alright, here we go. Okay, bye bye.